America, Southeast Asia, or anywhere else around the world. I'm so happy you're here with me today. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. This channel is dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. So no matter where you are joining from, I hope you can feel a sense of peace, inspiration, and connection in this little corner of internet. So let's talk about who is Mr. Xuemo and why should you care about his work. Can you see the background behind me? Mr. Xuemo is behind me, okay? The background of the pictures that is our author Xuemo. Mr. Xuemo is one of the most prolific and inspiring authors from Western China, and his stories bridge Eastern wisdom and universal human emotions, and offering readers around the world deep insight and timeless inspiration. So, if you love meaningful story, profound thoughts, and beautifully written books, you're absolutely in the right place. Reading is not only about getting knowledge, it's a way to nourish the soul, to remember who we are, and to discover peace and clarity. Okay, so if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. This is a space full of warmth, positivity, and love. So make yourself at home right here. Hi, okay, Peter, nice to meet you. Okay, how's everything? Yeah, so this is a space full of warmth, positivity, and love. So make yourself at home right here and give us a like and drop a comment below if you have any questions. Let's spend a wonderful time together right here. Okay, so today I'm going to show you a life-saving book written by Chinese author Xuemo. The world is a reflection of the mind. The world is the reflection of the mind. So what is the meaning of the world is the reflection of the mind? So, okay, you know that the world we see isn't the world out there, it's just a projection of our own mind. Yeah. So this book, The World is a Reflection of the Mind, start out as a way to help our author Xuemo's son get through a mental crisis. Mr. Xuemo said, "My son once felt that life was meaningless and got stuck in anxiety and pain. To help him, I told him our real opponent isn't the outside world, it is our own mind. What we need to conquer mostly are the desire, greed, ignorance, and hatred buried deep inside us. From a personal crisis to a universal calling, this realization inspired Mr. Xuemo to write a series of cultural works over the next decades and more, including The True Heart, Literary Spirit, Beyond Emptiness, Largest Wisdom Thoughts, Xuemo's wisdom courses, and this book draw a chord with people anywhere. As Mr. Xuemo put in, my son's suffering is the suffering of society. Personal struggles are global issues. Yeah. So Mr. Xuemo's work fall into two categories: the literary and the culture. Mr. Xuemo's literary works, such as The Sun or The Blood Beings in the Dead of Night, lay bare the evil of human nature in extreme circumstances. Okay. On the other hand, Mr. Xuemo's cultural work aims to illuminate the human nature like the sun. These two sides are like two wings to our author Xuemo. You can do without either one. So let's continue to talk about the Mr. Xuemo's literary works. For example, The Curses of Xixia Kingdom. The Curses of Xixia Kingdom. So, and the book lay bare the evil of human nature in extreme circumstances. So, in this book, for example, the female characters of the Curses of Xixia Kingdom, yeah, Snowfeather, she just visit to her uncle and her auntie. During the midnight, Snowfeather was waking up by the noise, by her uncles and her aunties making the noise. So what happens? And Snowfeather asked her uncle, What are you eating? What are you eating?" And the uncle and auntie said, "Sweetie, we are eating the blood beans. We are eating the blood beans." Can you imagine that at such tough periods of about 1960s in China. So a lot of people didn't have enough food to eat. A lot of people didn't have enough food to eat. So a lot of people starving to death. Okay, so in such a tough period, her uncle are eating the protein in the midnight. Is that true? Is that true? So if you want to find the truth, and what is Snow Father's uncle eating during the midnight, you can read the book, The Causes of Xixia Kingdom, or you can read the book, The Son of the Blood Being in the Dead of Night, and you will know what happens, So let's talk about the book of the world is a reflection of the mind. This book these books are rooted in traditional Eastern wisdom and tailored to the mental dilemmas of modern people, such as anxiety and confusions. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to share you a book. The book of the world is a reflection of the mind. Yeah. So you know that I want to share you a very simple but extremely powerful truth. The world we live, the world we live is not the world itself, but a projection of our own mind. Yeah. So most of the pain, most of the misunderstanding, most of the conflict, most of the negative judgment in the life doesn't come from others, not from the outside world. It comes from our inner prejudice, our delusion, and our fixed thoughts. Yeah. So let me share you a famous ancient Chinese story which perfectly explains this truth. Once a man lost his axe and he searched anywhere and couldn't find it. Yeah. And one day the man saw his neighbor carry a lot of firewood from the hill. Gradually a thought appeared in his mind. My neighbor must have stolen my axe. And then from that moment on, everything changed. When he saw his neighbor walking, the neighbor's steps looked sneaky and guilty. When he heard his neighbor talking, his voice sounded suspicious and unnatural. When he saw his neighbor smiling, he felt that the smile was fake, holding a secret crime. Yeah? So in his eyes, this neighbor looked exactly like a thief in every way. Every moment, every expression, every word seems to prove his guilt. A few days later, the man accidentally found his missing axe. It was buried under the firewood in his old woodshed. He had forgotten that he placed it there himself. Yeah, the next day, the man met his neighbor again. Surprisingly, everything was completely different. The neighbor walked naturally, spoke sincerely, and smiled warmly. There was no trace of thief at all. My friends, please notice this. The neighbor never changed. Only the man's mind changed. When we hold the suspicions, the whole world looks suspicious. When we hold the prejudice, everyone looks problematic. When we hold delusion, reality becomes distorted. The outside world is always neutral, and we color it with our own mind. This is exactly what the spiritual wisdom teaches us. The world is the reflection of our own mind. We perceive life through the six senses: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. These six things create all our feeling, our judgment, our like, and our dislike. Yeah? So nothing outside has fixed meaning. Nothing is absolutely good or bad, beautiful or ugly. Look at the world objectively. The rotten meat is disgusting for humans, but the food for the dogs. The manure is dirty for us, but the food for the flies, but the home for the insects. Yeah. So all differences come only from our inner perspective. All the conflict, all the misunderstanding, all the suffering arise from our deluded mind. So many people try to control their thoughts. They try to not overthink, not to worry, not to judge, but they always fall. Why? Because their thoughts move faster than anything else. If we lack of awareness, we are easily carried away by the random thought and fall into negative emotions. So the true practice is very simple. Don't fear the racing thoughts. Fear only unawareness, my friend. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel, my friend. We don't need to fight our thoughts. We just need to observe them calmly, without following them and without judging them. Yeah. So when we abiding in our true mind, the wandering thoughts turn into wisdom. We want to turn the wandering thoughts into wisdom. So we have to abiding in our true mind. So how can we abiding in our true mind? So you can get the answer from this book. The world is the reflection of the mind, or the books from another book written by author Xuemo, Beyond Emptiness. Beyond Emptiness. Mr. Sherman show all the secret of the universe in this book, Beyond Emptiness. Yeah. So we can handle life calmly, yet our inner peace remain untouched. When we live in delusion, the thoughts become the massive bands, tangling our heart and creating endless sufferings. Yeah, all experiences in our life are temporary. Pain, happiness, gain and loss all eventually become memories like the passing dreams. So I'm going to share you a story about one member in our team, Miss Chen. Miss Chen is an excellent editor in our team. Yeah, okay. She had encountered our author Sherman's works for about how many years? Okay, for about 15 years. Okay, she is the reader. She's the readers from 2010. 2010, yeah, 2010, yeah. So and then now I'm going to share you Miss Chan's story. Miss Chan is an excellent editor, you know that. And then she told to our author Xuemo, she want to hold everything under her control, yeah. But one day she just phoned to her husband and discussed what they are going to eat for the dinner, yeah. 3 hours ago, they just phoned to her husband, and discuss what they're going to eat for dinner. And after 2 hours later, she answered a phone call from her husband's friend that her husband was passed away in the football field. So after that, she know that everything is out of the control, and the only thing that's control is the present, is the present, yeah. So you know that she was planning with her husband to take the wedding dress photos 1 month later, and they plan to go to the honeymoon 2 months later. They plan to have their baby 6 months later, and they also plan uh, to raise to raise their children in her husband's hometown 2 years later. But when she got the news that her husband just passed away, and everything just become a passing dream. Okay, everything just become a passing dream in her life. Yeah. So the lady didn't accept the truth that her husband was passed away, and then she just locked herself in the long, cold, lonely room. Yeah, and then she don't want to eat anything. She didn't want to meet uh, the other people. She just locked herself in a warm, in a cold and lonely room. So, and she just cried and sleeping. So when she was sleeping, she can unite with her husband in her dream. But when she wake up, her husband is missing. Her husband is already passed away. Okay? The only thing she can find is the well pillar. The well pillar, yeah? So that is the lady's story. And then the lady, Miss Chan, when she know that everything is impermanent, everything, the world we believe is impermanent. Yeah? And Mrs. Xuemo, our author Xuemo, she also know the world is the the truth of the world is impermanent from a very young age. But Mrs. Sherman, when she know the impermanence, is when his younger brother was passed away at the age of 27. Yeah. So if you ever read the Desert Rise, the novel written by Chinese author Sherman, Desert Rise, and you will know that Mr. Sherman's brother, younger brother, is the model of Hanto. Yeah. So Mr. Sherman's younger brother was passed away at the age of 27 because of stomach cancer. Yeah. So and Mr. Sherman, after his younger brother was passed away, and then Mr. Sherman, she know that, and he know that the world is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. So the death is not far away. The only thing death can do is just to do the things, to write the books and to read the books in hurry. Yeah. So okay, most people suffer. Most people suffer not because life is too hard. Okay, not because the life is too hard. Just because, just because, but because they cling too tightly to fleeting things. Okay, so they care too much about others' opinion, too afraid of failure, and too attached to the temporary result. Okay, the only thing, okay, actually the suffering is just the gap between the reality and the expectation. Yeah. So a calculating and self-centered mind create a narrow, a painful world. A peaceful, open, and greater mind create a bright, a gentle world. So, as the ancient saying goes in China, so if we understand Tao in the morning, we are satisfied even if we pass away in the evening. So one day of awakened life, it is far more precious than 1,000 years of confused struggle. So, my dear friend, the outside world will always has change, challenge and uncertainty, but we can always change our inner world. Remember the X story, the world doesn't need to change, and your mind needs to change. So when you let go of prejudice, misunderstanding disappear. When you let go of suspicions, conflict ends. When you purify your mind, your whole world becomes bright. Now I'm going to share you a story, okay, about my mother. Yeah, about my mother. Many years ago, I live in the city. I work in the city. I take an apartment in the city. So I will come back to visit my mother, okay, during the summer vacation and the winter vacation and during the national days holidays. Yeah. So one day, every time when they come back home, my mother was so happy, and she will always kill the chicken for me. She will always kill the chicken for me. So you know that my mother is a farmer. Okay, she worked all her life on. Yeah. So she cannot take a rest. She cannot take a rest. So after my mother was about 60s or 70s, yeah, my mother's hobby is feeding the chicken. So the feeding the chicken that can make it, okay, from in my mother's opinion, feeding the chicken is another kind of working. Yeah, it's another kind of working. And sometimes when my brother come home, when I come home, my mother will kill the chicken for us. So the chicken, it can be the food for us. Yeah. One day when I come back home, my mother killed the chicken for me, and during the evening, my mother told me that, she said that, Louis, so one of our chicken is missing. One of our chicken is missing. So just go outside to find the chickens. Okay, I just go around the house, but I cannot find the chickens. And when I come back home, my mother said, hey, Louis, I know where is the chicken gone. I said, where? My mother said, the chicken must be stolen by our neighbor. Can you see the neighbor? That neighbor, that lady, is very thin before, and now the lady is become fatter and fatter. So I can smell the chicken from the smoke in her chimney. Yeah. So she must kill the chicken. She must stolen our chicken and kill the chicken and eat the chicken. Yeah. So and my mother said, Louis, just go to her house to check the feather of the chicken. So when I knock to my neighbor's house, when I knock my neighbor's gate, so I search anywhere, but I cannot see any chicken feather. And actually, my chicken, they're eating the pork. They're eating some vegetables. Yeah. So the next day, and when I come back home to my mother is a little disappointed. He said that maybe they have already ate the chicken. Yeah, they have already eaten the chicken. So my mother said I tricked her. So and the second day, my mother was so happy and tell me that, Louis, okay, the chicken is coming back. Okay, maybe the chicken just lost its way home. Yeah. So okay. Hi, Southern Sereno. What do you mean there? I don't know. What do you mean there? Yeah. So my friend, Southern Trial Sereno. Okay. If you're new here, don't forget to. Okay. Nothing happens. Yeah, nothing happens. Yeah, nothing happens in Tiananmen Square. Yeah, my friend. Yeah. So my friend, okay, we're talking about the books. The world is the reflection of the mind, and actually, that is the world is the reflection of my mind. Okay, of our mind. You know that when my mother find a chicken and she told me that the neighbor she isn't the thief. Yeah. So just my mother, just there's something created in my mother's mind. My mother thought the neighbor stolen my chicken, and when the chicken come back home, okay, yeah, and then it proved that my neighbor isn't the thieves. Yeah. So the world doesn't need to change. Our mind need to change. Yeah. So when we let go of prejudice, misunderstanding disappear. When we let go of suspicions, the conflict ends. When we purify our mind, our whole life becomes brighter. So that is the book. The world is a reflection of the mind. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the contents from this book. Okay. The world is a reflection of the mind. Okay. Sereno. So you can take the book from Tamil. Okay. It's about $21 US. Yeah. So I got the good news from Tamil. Okay, there is a big promotions in Tamil is about $7 for the books. Yeah. So let's continue talk about the book. The first part about the book, the world we perceive is shaped by the mind. The book puts forward a core proposition that the trouble and pain people feel in life. Yeah, people feel in life. Hi, Sereno. Yeah, are you still here? Yeah, okay. Nice to meet you, Sereno. Yeah. Okay. So this book puts forward a core proposition that the trouble and pain people feel in life are not inherent in the world itself, but mostly created by their own mind. Those negative emotions like anxiety, annoyance, and confusion often stem from people's obsession, prejudice, and excessive desires rather than objective difficulties, just as a reflection changes with the object and the state of the water. Our perception and attitude toward the world are completely dominated by the state of our own mind. When our mind is filled with greed, anger, suspicions, the world we see will be full of conflict, darkness. When the mind is calm, open, and peaceful, we can also find peace and warmth in the same life. So that is the first part about the book. Written, the world is the reflection of the mind. So I'm going to sharing you a very famous stories in the Zen, in the Buddhism of the Zen. Yeah. So one master is taking a lecture to talk about the mantras in one temple. In one temple, that is the six masters from the Zen, yeah. So, and she was taking the lecture and talking about the mantra. Hi, Simply Khan, nice to meet you. Bunny Blue. Okay, so what do you mean there? Being 69 in the line of the Bunny Blues stay single forever, be honest. Yeah? Okay. Simply Kayan, nice to meet you. Simply Kayan, nice to meet you. Okay. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Okay, my friend. How's anything, my friend? How's anything? Simply Kayan. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book. Talk about the story. Okay, the master taking the lecture, talking about the manager. So one audience said, Master, the flag is moving. The flag is moving. When the master are taking the lecture, talking about the managers. So one audience said, Master, the flag is moving. And then the master's answer is just like that. Actually, your mind is moving. So in the master's opinions, even though the flag is moving, if you just concentrate on yourself, okay, and you know the flag is moving, and then your mind is just like a mirror. It's just like a mirror. Your mind know the flag is moving. It is moving, but your mind was also be empty. Be empty. Yeah, be the state of emptiness. So and your mind didn't move. So when your mind move and the flag is moved, yeah. So that's the master said. Just because your mind is moving, yeah. So and another saying is just like that. So if the flag is moving, you just concentrate on your breath, and you didn't know the flag is moving, so your mind is not moving. So another set is that it is a kind of wisdom from this book. The wisdom is called wisdom as a mirror. The wisdom as the mirror, you know that. So when you become an enlightenment being, you will got this kind of wisdom. Okay, the mirror wisdom. So the mirror can take the reflection of the fire, but the mirror didn't be hot, didn't be hot by the fire, and the mirror just show the fire. Okay, so that is the world is the reflection of your mind. Yeah. So and the second part about the book, impermanence, is the true features of life, and obsession lead to suffering. Mr. Xuemo emphasized that impermanence is an unavoidable truth of the world. Nothing in life, whether the wealth, fame, relationship, even our physical state, cannot last forever. So if you can, some people they don't want to let go of anything. So when our body perishes, so you have to let it go. You have to let it go. So a lot of emperors, okay, and the dynasty, they got everything: territories, glory, beauty, treasures, all the things. But when the emperors die, they have to pass these things. All these things are belong to others. All these things are belong to others. So many people fall into extremely pain because they upset with the pursuit of permanence. They cling to what they have and fear losing it, and are eager to get what they don't have. This kind of stubborn obsessions made the mind trapped in endless worries. Now, how can I say that what this book is a life-saving book? I'm going to show you one story of my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is a businessman. My brother-in-law is a businessman, and then she, okay, and then his company was always broken 5 years ago, and he got a mental crisis. So he just he just eager to get what he don't have, and he just climbed to what he have and fear losing it. So and then he got a nervous, he got a depressions, and he got a mental crisis. Yeah, he just want to take the things. He just want to pursue the permanence of them, the wealth and the companies. Yeah, so she got a mental crisis, and then my wife sent my brother-in-law's this book. The word is a reflection of the mind. So you know that my brother-in-law is serious illness with the mental crisis. Yeah, and then he cannot read a book, and he couldn't read a book. Yeah, and my wife phoned to my brother-in-law every day, and she read the books for my brother-in-law. And then after 6 months later, so my wife read the books for my brother-in-law, and then my brother-in-laws are becoming better and better. Yeah, hi, my friend. Okay, hi, Betty. Okay, how's anything? Radisson. Radisson, nice to meet you. Your name is Radisson, okay? How's anything? Today I'm going to share you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo. Now I'm going to share you a story about my brother-in-law. Yeah, and he do fail in his business, and his company was almost broken, and he just kept he just worried about the mortgages. Okay, he just worried about the mortgages, and he just worried about anything around him, and then he got a mental crisis. And then my wife read the books for my brother-in-law. 6 months later, anything become better. And the book is not about fixing the outside, it's about healing the inside. Okay, so and now my brother-in-law's company is becoming better and better. Yeah, and then and then he's become joyful now. And last year I just talked to my brother-in-law, and then he told me that in his tough periods, okay, when he was standing on the balcony, there is a calling in his mind: just jump off the building and end this suffering life. So when he think about his son, when he think about his daughters, okay, okay, he have to stop thinking about that. And then after he read this book, and this book actually saved my brother-in-law's life. And my wife read the books for my brother-in-law. So that is that is exactly what this book is talking about. Many people fall into extremely pain because they upset with the pursuit of permanence. They climb to what they have and fear losing it, and they are eager to get what they don't have. This kind of dumb absent-minded mind trapped in endless worries. The book points out that recognizing the impermanence of all things is not a kind of pessimism, but the first step to get rid of pain. This book can help us understand that life, it is like a dream, and only by letting go of unrealistic fantasies can we avoid being hurt by the change of the mind. Now, and you know that this book saved my brother-in-law's life, and this book saved a lot of readers' life. Now I'm going to show you another story about this book. So this book, it have a Spanish edition. The word is a reflection of the mind. So this book, the Spanish edition of the word is the reflection of the mind, was translated by Liliana Azoska, a psychologist from Mexico. Liliana Azoska, she is the interpreter of the Mexican president. She is also the professor of the College of Mexico. Yeah, and then Liliana got a mental crisis in the years of 2020, just because her mother passed away because of the that disaster. So during 2020, a lot of people passed away because of the disaster. Liliana's mother is one of them. Yeah, and my father-in-law is also one of them. My father-in-law is also one of them. So Liliana's mother passed away in the years of 2020, and then Liliana just got serious worry about everything around her. She worried about her son, she worried about her husband, she worried about the students in her colleges. She also worried about the people in her city. She worried about the city in her country. She also worried about the people globally, and then she got a mental crisis. And then Liliana, she remembered that in 2019, she go to join the Peking Book Fair, and she take one book from our author Xuemo, and she start to read the book. The word is a reflection of the mind. Okay, she feel a little magic from this book, and the book can healing herself. And then she emailed to our author Xuemo. She want to get permission to translate this book into Spanish. After she got the permission, okay, Liliana start to translate this book in 6 months. In 6 months, do you know what happens? After her finish her translation, everything are becoming better and better. Yeah, and her depression and her mental crisis was healing by her translation. That is the book, a life-saving book written by Chinese author Xuemo. So when Liliana Azoska was invited to take the lecture, and she was always excited to share this book to all the audience. She said this book is a life-saving book, and this book is an essential reading in our life, and this book, it can save our life. Okay, so that is the book written by Chinese author Xuemo, translated by J.C. Clary, the professor of Harvard University, and also the professor of the College of Mexico, the Spanish editors. Yeah, so and then the third part about the book, changing the mind, is the key to changing fate and achieving freedom. So we're talking about the freedom is ultimate freedom. Okay, this kind of freedom didn't depend on the outside world. Okay, even though that we only have a little food to eat, so we can have we feel we are free from everything. Yeah, that is the ultimate freedom. Yeah. So this book argues that the essence of personal growth lies in the cultivation of the mind, and the goal of everyone's spiritual practice should be the old heart. It points out that negative mentalities, such as discerning mind, suspicions, anger, and arrogance, are the biggest obstacle to people to pursue freedom and happiness and joyfulness. Yeah. So, for example, the habits of comparing with others often breed jealousies and inferiority. Uncontrollable anger will damage both interpersonal relationship and one's own physical and mental health. To this end, this book provides practical methods closely linked to our daily life, guiding us to stay away in trivial matters, listen to our inner voices, and maintain a sense of awareness without distracting thoughts. Through such continuous training, the mind can be gradually purified. So now I'm going to show you another story from this book, okay? So about 10 years ago, Mr. Xuemo was invited to take a lecture in Beijing International Book Fair. So after the lecture, a young lady, a very beautiful young lady just go to our author Xuemo and said, "Thank you so much, Mr. Xuemo. Your book saved my life. The world is a reflection of the mind. Saved my life." Oh, and Mr. Sherman just smiling and said, "For what, my lady?" And then the girl, she said nothing. She only showed her wrist to our author Sherman. So when we saw her wrist, there are a lot of cut traces on her wrist. It means that the girl just cut her wrist for several times. She just cut her wrist for several times. And then our author and the lady said, "So after I read the book, the world is a reflection of the mind. I won't do any silly things anymore because I know the world is a reflection of the mind. Anything is impermanent. Anything is impermanent." Yeah. So that is the power of this book. The book can save people's life, can save a lot of people's life. And then our author actually write this book. He just want to uh, just want his son to get rid of the mental crisis. If you read A Person West, Mr. Sherman's autobiography close, yeah. So, okay, A Person West, Mr. Sherman described, okay, Mr. Sherman started 20 years close to Muhammad's yoga practice since 1988. Okay, Mr. Sherman used 20 years to create what is now known as the desert challenges. So through these desert challenges, you will know what happens in 1990s in China. The, you can know that. You can know what happens in 1990s, okay, in the rural villages in Western China. So a lot of readers have through the desert challenges, they can know what happens during 1990s. Yeah. So you know that Mr. Sherman's son was born in 1970. Sorry, Mr. Sherman's son was born in 1987. Okay, his son was born in 1987. Yeah. So Mr. Sherman start to do the start the close door 20 years Muhammad's yoga practice. The 20 years close to Muhammad's yoga practice for 20 years from 1988. And Mr. Sherman's son was born in 1987. Yeah, it means that Mr. Sherman's son was 1 year old and Mr. Sherman started 20 years close to Muhammad's yoga practice. So, and then it means that Mr. Sherman's son was grew up with Mr. Sherman's wife and Mr. Sherman's grandparents. Yeah. So when Mr. Sherman's father-in-law was passed away about 2010, yeah, and then Mr. Sherman's son get a mental crisis, yeah. Okay, just because his son saw his grandfather's body was burning in the fire, and then she found that anything is meaningless. Everything is meaningless. And then our author told him that Our real opponent isn't the outside world, it is our own mind. Our, our real opponent in our life, it is our own mind. Yeah, and then our author Xuemo write this book. The world is a reflection of the mind. So let's continue to talk about this book. The fourth part about the book. This book doesn't advocate escaping from life to pursue spiritual peace, but advocate having an otherworldly attitude while engaging in worldly affairs. It emphasizes that the spiritual practice is not celebrated from our own mind. Yeah, okay. It emphasizes that the spiritual practice is not celebrated from our daily life. On contrary, work, interpersonal communication, and daily trivial matters are all arenas for training the mind. For example, doing good deeds in daily interaction can temper one's companions. And carrying during this work setbacks can exercise one's resilience. It encourages readers to do their best in the present moment and retreat themselves. So, what happened? And retreat them. Sorry, my friend. Okay, one of my friends are calling me. My friend. Yeah. So let's continue talking on contrary, work, interpersonal communication, and daily trivial matters are all the arenas for training the mind. For example, doing good deeds in daily interaction can temper one's compassions. And carried during this work setbacks can exercise one's resilience. And this book encourages readers to do their best in the present moment and treat themselves and others kindly and transform their mind through positive behaviors and then change their life trajectories. At the same time, it reminds readers that the true happiness and freedom don't come from the external world gain, but from our inner clarity and peace after awakening. Yeah. Only by establishing a connection with one's true heart can one gain the power to control one's own fate and achieve relative eternity in the impermanent world. So, my friend, okay, this is Louis from Western China. I'm here to sharing you a book written by Chinese author Xuemo. The world is a reflection of the mind. So, welcome to our live sessions, my friend. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. So great to see you here, my friend. So let's kick off with a quick poll. How many of you have felt overwhelmed by the AI era lately? Like you're scrolling through endless information and your mind feels cluttered and you just think, who am I? And why and what do I really want? And drop a yes in the comments if that was you. Yeah. So you know that just because a lot of readers feels cluttered and then that's why I'm here to sharing you this book for you. Okay, the world is a reflection of the mind written by Chinese author Xuemo. And this book, it will be your new bedside companion for clarity in chaos. So, who is Mr. Xuemo and why should you care about his work? You know that Mr. Xuemo was born in 1963. Can you see the background behind me? This gentleman is actually Mr. Xuemo. Yeah, Mr. Xuemo has written more than 80 titles with over 300 editions and translated into more than 20 languages. So, okay, let's continue to talk about Mr. Xuemo. Okay, Mr. Xuemo is one of China's most influential contemporary writers, a master of blending traditional Chinese philosophy with real-life wisdom. Mr. Xuemo is not some academic locked in ivory tower, and he grew up in the harsh yet profound Gobi Desert, and his writing carried the raw, authentic energies of someone who's lived and learned. And this book, The World is a Reflection of the Mind, is Mr. Xuemo's love letter to anyone struggling to find peace in a noisy world. It is a proposed collection. Okay, it is the first collection of the mindful yoga series written by Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah, but not the kind that hard to get through. Then about 44 bite-sized life lessons from this book, and each with a title that made you go, yeah, So some viewer ask me, what is this book talking about? Exactly what the title said. The world you see isn't just out there, it is a reflection of what's inside your mind. Okay, it's a reflection of what's inside your mind. Yeah. So ever notice how two people can face the same situation? Yeah. Yeah. So, ever notice, how two people can face the same situation? Say a top with their lie, and one panics while the other stay calm. That was not luck. That was mind shaping reality. And this book, it will teach you how to take control of that process, my friend. So let's get real, my friend. Let's get real. We are living in a time where the AI can replace a lot of humans' job. You know that in China, the AI robot is developing so fast in China. So a lot of people a lot of people's jobs are replaced by the AI robot. For example, and the people deliver the packages now, the auto driving car can replace the deliverer. Yeah. So and some cook they also replaced by the AI robot. Yeah. So and in China the taxi driver, okay, it will be also replaced by the auto driving taxi. Yeah. In China, in the big cities, you can see that. For example, in Hangzhou, you can see the auto driving taxi. Yeah. So you just scan the QR and you can pay the money. You can order where you can order the taxi from the apps. So that is China. China is developing so fast, and a lot of AI robot is so popular in China. So you know that we're living in a time where the AI can do a lot of things. So the AI can write essays, the AI can create arts, the AI even plan our days. But the AI cannot face a cluttered mind. It cannot tell you how to end the constants of feeling not enough, okay, of feeling not enough. It cannot help you to discover your true self. And that is why our author Xuemo comes in. And this book dive deep into key Chinese philosophy concepts like the mind, its essence, and the ultimate realities. But here is the best part. Mr. Sherman doesn't use fancy jargon. Mr. Sherman uses real life examples. Like there is a lesson about a farmer in Mr. Sherman's hometown who lost his crops to a drought and still share his last cent of grains with a stranger. Mrs. Sherman breaks down how the farmer's clear mind let him see beyond his own laws, and how you can apply that same clarity to your work, relationship, even your social media growth. And in this book, Mr. Sherman answers the questions we are all asking. How do I navigate the world without getting swept up in chaos? And how do I stop suffering over things I cannot control? And how do I finally meet the true me beneath all the noise? And each answer comes with a tiny, actionable steps, no big, overwhelming change. Just small shift that acts out. My friend, I want to hear from you. Think of a recent moment where your mood changed, where your mood changed how you saw the world. Maybe you're having a very bad day, and everyone and everything feels terrible, and someone give you a smile, and suddenly the world felt brighter. That is my reflecting. You're that moment in the comments, my friend, and keep it short. I will read everyone loud. I will read a few out loud, my friend. So, you know that some people said, I've got a bad review at work, and I thought I was a failure. Then I read a quote about growth, and suddenly it felt like a lesson, not a judgment, my friend. Exactly. That is the power of Mr. Xuemo is talking about in this book. The world is a reflection of the mind. So, what made this book different from other self-help books? Yeah, I know there are millions self-help books out there, but here, but here's why this one stands out. Because this book is rooted in timeless wisdom, not trends. It's based on thousands of years of Chinese philosophy, not the latest trend, my friend. That means the advice in this book, okay, the advice in this book, okay, let's continue to talk about that. The advice in this book doesn't inspire, okay? So, and also, this book is relatable and practical. And the book is not manifest your dream life in 10 days hype. Yeah, it's about 44 lessons like stop fighting the rain, all your thoughts are not you, that you can apply today. Yeah, the readers from Tokyo to Toronto are calling this book their best side companion because the struggle for clarity is universal. Yeah, hi. Panthers, nice to meet you. Okay, long time no see, Panthers. Panthers, okay, we will start our summer camp tomorrow. So I will concentrate on the summer camps since tomorrow. And the summer camp is about 21 days. Okay, you don't like Argentina. It's okay. It's okay. But so how about Spain? How about Spain, Panthers? How about Spain? Yeah, I know that you don't like Argentina, okay? So let's continue to talk about the book. No, I'm not from Vietnam, my friend. I'm from China, my friend. I'm from China, Western China. Yeah, that's great. Hi, Mr. Perfect. Nice to meet you. Hi. So user, user not sex. Yeah, okay, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. I'm here to sharing you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo, yeah? Uh, ambassadors, thank you so much. My glasses, okay, I forgot my glasses. Okay, I put the glasses right away and I cannot find it. Maybe later I can find my glasses, yeah? So sometimes that my glasses are always play the games with me, okay? So I can hear take the live sessions without glasses, my friend, Mr. Perfect. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book. Yeah, Mr. Shermo is basically like his king. Is my teacher, and he's my teacher. And you can also say that in China, okay, Mr. Sherman is some kind of spiritual teachers in my life, okay. Yeah, I'm married, and my wife Melina, he's also the members in our author Sherman's team. Yeah, he's also the members in our author Sherman's team. Okay. So I'm 40s. I'm 40s, my friend. Yeah, I'm 40s, Mr. Perfect. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book, my friend, Mr. Perfect. So the readers from Tokyo to Toronto are calling this book their best side companions. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Panthers. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know that we are doing the meditations every day. we are doing the meditations every day. So punters, you know that when you do the standing meditations, okay, it can. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, you know that the standing meditation can make you keep young. The standing meditation can make you keep young. So one of my teacher, he is about 50s. My Taoist teachers, he's about 50s. Okay, he is about that. He was born in 1972. Okay, he was 51 years old, and he looks like 30s. He looks like 30s. You know that he do the standing meditations every day, at least 6 hours a day, and then he's becoming younger and younger. So if you got the guidance, so you can do the standing meditations. So the standing meditation, that is the only way can help you, can keep you health and keep you young. Yeah, and keep you young. So punters and Mr. Perfect, if you find a good teachers and you can follow the guidance by your teachers, and you can do the standing meditations, and then you will become younger and younger. So for some people understanding meditation, okay, in this book, they also got the guidance of the standing meditations beyond emptiness, beyond emptiness. So mm, actually, the standing meditation can also help us to cure some kind of medicine, some kind of illness, some kind of illness. So, for example, when my wife got a fever, when my wife got a fever, okay, she will do the standing meditations for about 4 hours, and then she's becoming better and better. So sometimes there are a lot of experience of the standing meditations. Even though you are feeling hot, okay, you cannot turn on the aircon to do the standing meditations. Yeah. So okay, so maybe I cannot share the standing experience right here. Yeah. So because some kind of experience of the standing meditation, and different people have different experience. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, and this book it can help you to get rid of the pain in your life, and you will know that the world is a reflection of our own mind. The world is the reflection of our own mind. Yeah. So this book is not just a Chinese book, it is a human book, and it can help us to know that the world is a reflection of the mind, not the reality of the world. Okay? So one of the friends, one of the readers in Berlin, and he said, okay, when he after he read the book, he worked in tech, and he was surrounded by the AI machine every day. Yeah. And he said that I felt like my mind was becoming a machine until I read this book. So you can take this book from Tamil and Amazon. Yeah. Hence wish list. I I use the AI to make to take the mistaken word. So I didn't use the AI to write. You know that the AI is sometimes they're talking about that they're talking, how to say that, they write a lot of things not true, and then the AI, okay. So Mr. Xuemo's right. Mr. Xuemo's writing is just a kind of spiritual writing. Do you know what is the meaning of the spiritual writing? So everybody after the training, under a long period, you can get into the spiritual writing. So the spiritual writing, it means that it's just like the human and the nature are combined as one, So or according to the Oriental wisdom, so when the people after achieve the, when the people achieve the selflessness, selflessness, so the human, they can connect to the universal. Okay, the human can connect with the universe. So okay, so you have an uncle who live farm. Okay. Oh, so is your uncle rocking? Is your uncle from China or Korea, my friend? Okay, hence sandwiches. Okay. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Actually, Chimoy, Chimoy. Actually, I support. Oh, Japan. Okay, I got that. So you're from Japan, Locking, yeah. Okay, so actually I support Argentina, but it's so fair. Okay, it's so pity Argentina lost the games. Argentina lost the games. Okay, Chimoy. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, your father is from Japan and your mother is of Vietnam. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay. So okay, I'm Chinese. I'm Chinese. I'm from Western China. Okay, I was born in Southeast China, Canton. You know that I was born in Southeast China, Canton, and now I live in Western China. Your grandma. Oh, you love Western China. Okay, so have you ever been Western China, Rocking? Yeah, so you know that there is a Mogao grottos in Western China. Okay, that is so famous. Oh, you're from Indian. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, Indian is a great country. There are not Chinese lady boys in Western China, my friend. Okay, rocking. Okay, so are you talking about Elon Musk? Uh, Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that. Rocking. So I know a lot of some kind of the how to say that? The boy lady. Uh, the fanboys. A lot of fanboys. I don't know that. I don't know that. Are you sure? Are you sure? No, no. Yeah, I love the kung fu. I love the kung fu. Okay. So no, okay, I respect everybody. So one of my classmates, yeah, he's a fanboy. No, 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 no. I didn't find you. I didn't find you. So one of my friend, okay, he just like okay. When I was in university, one of my classmates, okay, he's from Xinjiang province. He's from Xinjiang province, and that man is so handsome. And that man is so handsome, and then he's about okay, how high? Yeah, he's very tall. He's extremely tall in my class. All the female classmates I love him, but but she treat all the female classmates. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Okay, so Horisada, he just the girlfriend. He just the girlfriend of the he just the girlfriend of the all the female classmates. Yeah. So one day when I met, he was dating with a boy. Okay, he was dating with a boy, and that boy is a little fat. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's continue to talk about the book. Let's continue talking about the book. Okay, so uh, can you imagine that? Really, really? Okay, we have a joke one time. Yeah. So you know that Elon Musk lady boy. Yeah. Okay. Elon Musk's son is a lady boy. Yeah. Is a lady boy. How to say that? I don't know how to say that. Okay. So one day when I talked to my classmate, actually he told me that when he was very little child, and his mother made him to wearing a dress. Okay, so when he was a very little boy, he loved the clothes of the girls. Okay, she's wearing a dress. She's wearing some kind of the ladies shirt, just something like that. So, the man is how to say that, and he was dating with the boy. Okay, now I I got a message from my friend that my classmate. Okay, he's got married. He got married, and he has a son, and I don't know whether he also have a boyfriend. I don't know. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book, okay? Let's continue to talk about the book. The world is a reflection of the mind, yeah, my friend. Yeah. Okay. Trim boys, okay, my friend, even new here. Hi, Ida. Nice to meet you. Okay, Ida. You remember when the Ariota page and the Ellen page, what happened to her? I don't know. I don't know. Ellen? Ellen, Ellen, she is one of my my boss. Ellen is my boss. Yeah. Okay. You love Ellen? Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay. So let's continue to talk about the book, my friend. Let's continue to talk about the book. Your cat. Okay, Kitty, your kitty. Yeah, Kitty, my friend. Kito, okay, Kito. Yeah. You don't know Arietta, yeah. So, a famous Hong Kong, is that T.S. Arietta? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, do you know that in China, in Hong Kong, it, there's a very famous singer, and his name is called Alan. And his name is called Alan. Do you know Alan Tan? Alan Tan, yeah. Alan Tan. Do you know this guy? A very famous singer in Hong Kong, Alan Tan. Alan Tan, yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book. Let's continue to talk about the book, my friend. So the world is a reflection of the mind. One reader, when about his experience of reading this book, the world is a reflection of the mind. Yeah, Kito. Okay, are you still here, my friend, Kito? So he said that one reader in Berlin. He said that I take one book from the Frankfurt Book Fair, and he said that I work in tech and I'm surrounded by the AI every day. I felt like my mind was becoming a machine until I read this book. The world is a reflection of the mind. And and after I read this book, and Mr. Sherman told me that my mind it is like a mirror, not a computer. Now I will take 10 minutes every morning to clean the mirror with the guidance in this book. And my focus has never been better. That is the magic of this book. It is ancient wisdom for modern problems. Sorry. It's the ancient wisdom, yeah? Um, so if I feel sick, I drink the hot waters. Yeah, drink the hot waters, and also do the standing meditation. Okay, do you know the acupuncture? Do you know the acupuncture? One one of my friend Wendy right here. She is a doctor. She is a doctor. She can do them some kind of massage. Massage. He can do some kind of massage. So I will taste some medicines. I will taste some Chinese medicines. Yeah, in China we will taste some medicines, Chinese medicines. So, do you know that during the 2020, 2023, a lot of us are serious ill because of the disaster. So all of us are eating the Chinese medicines, okay, and all of us can recover by the Chinese medicines. Yeah. So if it's something free, no. So if it's something free, so I will give some. How to say that? Okay, nothing is free. Nothing is free right here, my friend. You know that? No, I won't. No, I won't. Yeah. So, okay. Do you know someone who can do triple? So you know that sometimes. No. Can you see? Can you imagine that in Western China? In Western China, the watermelons in Western China. I love the watermelons in China. In Western China so much. Yeah. So can you imagine that the watermelons here only cost about 3 jiao in one. Okay, okay. Actually, 6 jiaos in 1 kilogram. 6 jiaos in 1 kilograms. In Guangdong, the watermelons is about 5 yuan. It's about 5 yuan, 5 yuan for 1 kilograms in my hometown. Yeah. So when I lived in Western China, I thought the watermelons only about 6 jiao. Okay, 0.6 yuan for 1 kilogram. Can you imagine that? And in my hometown, it will cost me about 5 yuan for 1 kilogram. So that's a huge gap. Uh, Actually, you're talking about the Japan. So when when we are visiting to Japan, okay, so we just eat a little small piece of the watermelons, and here in Western China we take a yeah, we take a hit a big piece of the watermelon to eat. Sometimes I will take half of the watermelon to eat. I take a spoon to eat the watermelon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it means that the Chinese food is so delicious. It's so delicate. Yeah. So that is the Oriental wisdom. Yeah, you know that the Chinese people can do can try to do the watermelon in many kinds of the deserts. Yeah, yeah. Maybe you can try one ti- one day. So I'm going to sharing you one of the members in our team. Okay, he's a weird girl. He's a weird girl. Okay, sometimes he cook the watermelon noodles. Can you imagine that? Have you ever tried the watermelon noodles? So I tried that. Okay, because of one of the members in our team, she cooked the food with the watermelon noodles. Yeah, you never think about that. Yeah. So and sometimes and he cooked the orange tomatoes. He cooked the orange noodles for us. Okay, can you imagine that the orange noodles? And then it's a little, how to say that? It's a little special. It's a little special. It's a little special, yeah. It's so special. It's so special. Okay, the watermelon noodles and the orange noodles, but the watermelon noodles is better than the orange noodles. Yeah. So I have tried the vinegar bananas. Have you ever tried that? The vinegar bananas. So I tried a lot of strange food right here just because one girl, she was always adventure the new food, adventure the new food. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not kidding with you. I'm not kidding with you. Yeah. So vinegar bananas. Yeah, the vinegar bananas. Can you? Yeah, can you try that? I try that. I try the vinegar bananas. Okay, with the adventure girl. Get adventure girl in my team. Yeah, and then the other said, so don't try the new food animal. Okay, don't try the new food animal. Okay, we just want to eat the normal food. Okay, we just want to eat the normal food. Okay, so and do you know that? So when the man, okay, take exercise from the gardens from this book, and he said that my mind, my focus has never been better. So that's the power of this book, and that's the power of this book. That is the magic of this book, and it is ancient wisdom for modern problems. Yeah, are you sure? Actually, yeah. And some people are wasting the food right now, and some people are wasting the food right now. For example, especially the self-help food, the self-help restaurants. A lot of people they are wasting the food. So okay, so if we are wasting the food in the self-help restaurant, we will be fined. We will be fined by the restaurant. Okay. So, Rocking, are you? So, what is your nationality, Rocking? So, your nationality is Japan or Vietnam. So, or U.S. My friend. You know that you told me that you mix. Your father is Japan and your mother is Vietnam. Yeah. So, what is your nationality? Yeah, I know that. I know that. So now you're living in, yeah. Now you're living in US or living in Japan. So can you speak the Japanese? Can you speak the Japanese? I grew up in Mao. Are you sure? So are you Chinese? Are you Chinese? So you're Chinese, yeah? Rocking. So can you speak the Mandarin? Can you speak the Mandarin? Can you speak the Mandarin? So you're if you live in China, can you speak Mandarin, my friend? Yeah. So I want to leave with you with one of my favorite quotes from this book. Oh, of course. Of course. Yeah, I got it. So I want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes from this book. The world doesn't change when the outside change. It change when your mind change, my friend. Yeah. So in an era where the AI is changing everything around us, It's more important than ever to take control of one thing that is always yours, your mind. And this book, and this book isn't about reading words on a page. So, rocking, okay, which province are you living in now? Which province are you living now? Are you living in Western China or Southeast China or South China? Which part of China do you live? Okay, so yeah, and in an era where the AI is changing everything around us, it's more important than ever to take control of one thing that was always belong to you, your mind. Okay, and this book isn't just a reading words on the page. It is about changing how you see yourself, and how you see others, and how you see the world, yeah. A reader in Toronto said, "I used to lie awake at night worrying about the future. Now I read one lesson this book. The world is a reflection of the mind before bed. And I fall asleep knowing that my mind is my safely place. That is what I wanted for you. Peace, clarity, and the courage to live from your true self." So don't miss out this chance to pick up your AI show companions. If you're excited to start your mind's reflecting journey, so you can take the book from Tamil or Amazon, and start with the first lesson, So now I'm going to share you 我在 side fusion 我住在 fusion. What do you mean? What do you mean that you're living in the fusion? Fusion. What's the meaning of fusion? Rocking. You're looking the fusion. Puchen. Oh, Fujian province. You're living in Fujian province. Okay. Yes. I got that. Western China. Rocking. Okay. So now I'm going to sharing you a guidance from Author Xuemo. You're from Canada. So okay, got it. Rocking. Okay. So which city are you from? From Canada? Thank you so much, Rocking. So one of my best friend, he was living in London. He was living in London, in Canada. Okay, many years ago, he's an English teacher in China. Oh, you live in Volcano. That's great. I got that. Rocking. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to share you a story about our author Xuemo. Okay. So a student of our author Xuemo. Okay, it's okay. Grace. Okay, I want to do the live sessions in the next. Thank you so much. Okay. I want to do the live sessions in the next 24 days because we have a summer camps right here. So when a student, hi, Liam Moore, nice to meet you. Okay, what kind of a Coke? Oh, you're from South Africa, my friend. Moore, nice to meet you. Wow, you love this book, okay? So you can take the book from Tamil. Rocking, So I'm going to share you a story about Mr. Xuemo and his student. When a student talked to our author Xuemo, he said that, cool, So he said that I was always sworn with word and often neglected his spiritual practice. And our author Xuemo tells him, when these chatting thoughts surge in your mind, All you need to do is anchor yourself in the mindfulness at the present moment and direct your awakened heart to the very things you are doing right now. Specifically, fix your eyes on it and let your ear listen to it fully and let your nose seems to catch its scent. Uh, what do you mean there, rain side? Okay, you always. Okay, so let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, so and your tongue to seems to and the tongue and your tongue to seems to taste its flavor. Yeah, and your body to truly feel its touch. So when your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind are all wholeheartedly focused on what you're doing, you're already abiding in your pure enlightened mind. Yeah, you're already abiding in your enlightened mind. Yeah, and then at such a moment, you might to forgot to value right, or even forgot your teacher, your enlightenment teacher. Yet the pure enlightened mind you hold fast is your enlightenment teacher itself. That is why our author Xuemo, yeah, that's why our author Xuemo always said to us, stay forever awake and clear in the present moment. Follow circumstances as they come, and live in joy and freedom. Master and still your six sins with not wandering thoughts in your heart. Papa ran that. No, I don't. I didn't know him that, my friend. Yeah. So master and still your sex sins with not wandering thoughts in your heart. Do your deeds. Do your deeds like painting on empty air. Focus wholeheartedly as you can, and let go completely. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got that. I will try that. And let go completely when you finish. Leave no attachment, neither in the void nor in your heart. So that is our author was always said to us. That is the guidance from the book. That's the guidance from the book. Okay, if you want to get more guidance, so you can take this book. Okay, my friend. Okay, I have to go. Okay, I have to go. Rocking and Grace. See you. See you. Nice day. Have a nice day, my friend. Okay. Yeah. Have a nice day. I have to go. Okay, I have to go. Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, Rocking. See you. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Have a nice day, my friend. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. Have a nice day. Yeah.